Howdy, bit of a stink day out there, so thought I'd do a video on some cooking stoves, just like this one here. This is the Esbit alcohol stove. So thought we'd just go inside and do some of those. So let's go inside and sort some of those out. Howdy, had to get out of that bloody rain. It was she was coming down heavy. So today I'm just going to go through about 5 to 6 different kinds of stoves, systems you can use in camping, tramping, day missions, car camping, all that sort of stuff. I'm currently making a hire gear or gear hire business, so I've got a whole lot of different types of stoves and stuff that I will be hiring out to people and then customizing gear setups. So if people come from different countries, they can come see me and I'll sort them out a gear package for the South Island, North Island, Alpine, bush, wherever you want to go. So locator beacons, all that kind of stuff. Keep you safe out there. So basically the first thing I'm going to show you is alcohol stove. A couple of different alcohol stoves. They're the same kind, but one is Esbit and one is a Chinese made one. If you get the Chinese made ones, you've got to make sure that you've got a pressurized system. I normally just cover the holes and blow on them. And if there's nothing coming out, they're pretty good, because some of them are pretty stink and they can leak, so you can't hold your fuel in them. And you need another bottle, which my Esbit one, you can trust it, always have fuel in it, still got fuel in it from the last time. And yeah, so I haven't been out too much lately. That's why you haven't seen any videos, is because I've got a bit of a crook back. I need an operation at some point, but I don't care about that. We're going to head out at some point anyway, so I'm currently dealing with that, and so that sucks. But we're going to get out there. But anyway, let's get on to some of these stoves. And yeah, I'll bring the camera a bit closer and we can have a look. Okay, so this is a Chinese alcohol stove. This is a pretty good one. I managed to find a whole lot from China that were actually good ones. And like, when I say good, they don't leak. So they got a pretty sweet seal on there. Still a bit wet, so they hold the fuel, you know. So yeah, that's currently, so that's a Chinese made one. They're slightly smaller. They're average, you know. They're pretty sweet, pretty cheap, for 20 bucks, you know. They're all good, you know. I've got one, so they're sweet. The one thing these don't have, the Chinese ones, they don't have the little, like the Esbit ones have a folding piece so you can manoeuvre it. This one you've got to do it with your finger or something, and it's quite hard. So when it's on there, it's not, the stove's not heavy enough to push that, so you push it and it just tips the stove over. So you normally have to set your simmering to whatever flame adjustment you want it, and then you whack it on there. Yeah, so these are pretty good, you know. Like, alcohol stoves are awesome. You can take them anywhere and they're just mean. But the one thing about an alcohol stove mostly is you need something to sit your pot or your cup on. So I just make these out of mesh, and that just fits there. This mesh has a cutout which I've cut. You can see those, they're cut out, and that is so I can adjust my flame when my alcohol stove's in there. That just comes out, and I can adjust the flame when it's inside there with me pot on the top, which most of the times is my Snow Peak 700 titanium cup. Awesome cup. I'm going to do another video on cooking utensils and stuff like that, so and pots and pans and a whole lot of stuff. So when I do that, I've got something they're going to be pretty cool videos to show you guys a whole lot of different cooking setups and stuff like that. So yeah, that fits on there then, and then I can sort of just bring this adjuster out there, and that that'll adjust my flame. So that's just a basic setup, real cheap, easy as to do. And then that also fits in my Snow Peak 700. Bang in there, everything fits up. I've got my gas that all sits in there nicely, and it all packs up nice in there. So that's real cool. Normally give these to mates when they come out. They just take this little setup for them, and they love it. So that's the cheap Chinese setup, and a homemade pot stand. I do recommend, once again, these Snow Peak titanium pots. Or there's these, but we'll get back into those on the other video. Next up is my Esbit alcohol stove, so you can just really see the difference of the two now, which is that one's slightly smaller, this is slightly bigger, and it's got, you know, the basic writing. This has got Esbit on there, and it has the adjuster, so that can swivels really nice, you know, quality alcohol stove. This one, Esbit. So if you never go out or whatever, you just want to buy a cheap one, or you want to buy a cheap one so you can take some mates out and they haven't got them, so you can lend them one, just buy these ones. It'll always work mint as, still works sweet, no worries, you know. But for me, I always have this one. This is my go, the Esbit, I tell ya, so good, so good. So it's the same as the Trangia. Trangia also make them, both just as good as each other. Awesome. So if you're going to get one and you want a sturdy one that's going to be guaranteed, that baby there, the Esbit, she's a goer. So just try and undo that for you there. Still got fuel in it, so we're just going to be careful here. She's still full to the brim, ready to go. You don't fill them to the brim, but I always just fill that. Use a little bit to get the fire going and as well. So that is the Esbit alcohol stove and the Chinese alcohol stove. Now for the Esbit stove, there's a whole lot of different stands, as I just showed you. This stand here. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to show you a whole lot of different stands for those. Basic one is these two, but you have to buy a whole lot of this stuff to chop a little bit off. Easy one is a can, fruit can. And then what you do is you just get your pot, boom, put that around there. If you've got your Esbit, you can still stick your handle out of that. On goes your pot, boom, there you go. That can fit inside your cup. So that's just a really old fruit can, and I've cut a little section out of it to widen it and to do what you want. Make it smaller or whatever, bend it to how you want. It's good how it is for me. So that is the two conjunction with the alcohol stoves. There also is this one here. These are found a lot on eBay and wherever and such. To be honest, not a fan of these ones. Too many little parts to carry around, too clinky, easy to lose, heavy. So yeah, for some reason this one is not the go for me. So it all falls apart, so I held it upside down, but that's the way it is really. I'll put that down there, and yeah, that sits in there. All good. These all still fit in the cup, whatever you pot you want to carry around. That's all good. So just fiddly and a bit clinky and lots of little steely parts. Which here's the Esbit alcohol stove pot stand is really good. So this one here, we get it out and it just folds up like this. Real lightweight this, real lightweight. I like this one much more than I like that clinky other one. So we just no wonder it's not going to work. I'm doing it upside down, you silly Billy. awesome. This is mean. So that's the Esbit pot stand. This is the go for me. And then you've got your Esbit that just sits in the grooves. Those grooves there, it comes through. Mean. Still have a little bit of trouble using the simmer ring out of this one though. That's the only trouble, and that's the one good thing about this one here, is you can use the simmer ring on it as well, because you know, you've got your pot up there, your simmer rings under there, mate, you've got heaps of way to move your thing. So that's that's just another one. These are quite expensive. These ones here are cheap. These ones are cheaper than $2 a can of fruit. These ones here, 24 bucks for a roll. So yeah, that's a stainless steel pot stand there from Esbit, which is pretty good. I like those. It comes in a little pouch as well. And one thing it does come with actually as well, it comes with a little tablet, fuel tablet. So that's another fuel that you can also use this. So basically it's a bit of a alcohol, this is a bit of a multi-fuel style. I'm not a fan of cooking on these, but I do carry them occasionally, but I use these to start my fires more than I use ever to cook them. To be honest, my mate cooks with these and you know, he's all good with them. So yeah, that's all good with that. Chuck that system over there. And we'll get on to this multi-fuel Primus. This is a Primus brand multi-fuel. These are awesome. These all run on white gas, such as petrol meths. They also run on butane propane mix, and they can run on kerosene and diesel. So there's a whole lot of advantages with these. These rock, man, they crank. These are a bloody good stove. You know, one thing about this, there's a lot of little parts on them, such as your pump, which currently my seal is not working on it, so I need a new seal kit, which, you know, you don't want that when you're out there. So, you know, I love these, and they're awesome. Trust me, they crank. You just change the knobs. They've got little tips in there. You change that to whatever gas you want to run, and you pump it up, and they crank. And they also use in your adjuster there fits on there like that, and then you pump it to pressurize that can, which gives you crazy flames. These are mean, they crank, but as I say, a lot of little moving parts. You know, there's another little moving part on here, which is a little that piece there that the fuel hits, and that is a necessary part for this stove to actually work. So if you don't have that piece on the top, you're over. Really good multi-fuel stove though, but as I say, little O-rings and seals and stuff like that, you know, I don't trust them 100%, so you know, average. Move on to the next one, which I have is the Jetboil, you know, the old classic Jet B. Awesome car, chick this in your car, cruise around. You've got a mean, you know, this goes in your backpack. Sweet as, I don't really carry this around on my back into the hills and that too much anymore, because it's quite big, to be honest. But it's still, you know, one of my mates will use it or something, but it's a mean system. I still would use it any day, you know. But I've got a whole lot of different lightweight systems which will far way out this one. But still, Jetboil, can't go wrong. You know, it's got the little, I use this as this little thing on there to hold my titanium spork on there. So that's the Jetboil Flash. This is the Jetboil Flash system. You know, awesome. Like, I love it. Like, yeah, I do. I love it. So I'm not going to say it's crap, because it's awesome. But if I'm going to go for a lightweight quick camp, I'll take the Snow Peak and the alcohol, or also got the D-Power stove. But you always need one of these, which is good in the Jetboil, because it goes inside it. So it's all one piece. So this always goes in my truck, and I use this a hell of a lot. So that's a awesome system there. with this one actually I've also got the pot stand, so I can use fry pans on it, and can use it with this gas system on the Jetboil. So you've got that in there, you've got this, and then so if you're going to take a few people, Jetboil with this attachment is mean, because you can just stick your pots on there. You can just carry one fuel system in a spare can in someone else's bag, and yeah, awesome. These are really good. The one thing, out of a bit of a battery failure on the camera, sorry there guys, anyway, so that was the Jetboil. Highly recommended a Jetboil. Love my Jetboil. Awesome Jetboil. As you say, it comes with a cup. So two people, one can eat from there, one can eat from there. So the Jetboil could be a two-person system, more designed for a one-person system. All my cooking utensils are based on being able to put them on the fire, because fire is always going to be able to have you're always going to be able to cook on the fire. So I use a titanium. What people don't really know is if you had to strip your Jetboil of all its clothes, you could chuck that in the fire to boil it if you run out of gas. I've yet to try it, but I know it will work, so there's no reason why it won't work. So there's an idea. We could all start trying our Jetboils on the fire as well, once they're stripped of their clothing. So yeah, so basically I always take something that I can cook on the fire. On a fire I can make. To be honest, you should always take something you can cook on the fire. Always have a secondary use. There's no point in having a plastic mug to drink out of, or like I have one here, but it's always secondary to this. This is my main. I always rely on this, so always make sure you got something to cook on that can go in the fire, or anything, plastic handles, like a pot like that. Still all good. You can put that on the fire, but you still always just got to be wary of these handles, because they're plastic, you see. With the other one you can just bang it straight in there. Here we go, moving on to another one. This is the D-Power stove. Awesome stove, these. Very lightweight. So to chuck one of these, it fits in my hand. It's so much smaller than my Primus one. And light. I'm telling you, this is way lighter. The old D-Power, so that fits right nicely, all tucked up there. But D-Power needs one of these powers, so it's a bulky item. If you want to carry one of these, you'll be cranking. You'll be cranking with the D-Power. And it's not an awesome little stuff sack. I actually have a little video on the D-Power. It's not that good. I will be taking the D-Power out and putting it through its paces at some point in about a month or so. So yeah, well, that'll be cool. So we can chuck that anyway. The D-Power goes up yet again. Snow Peak Trek 700 D-Power fits mint as in there. Also, you've got a small cylinder. Small cylinder fits nicely in there. D-Power on top. Chuck it in your stuff sack. Bangarang, you've got your mean little setup once again. So that's another little style. So the D-Power, pretty good. You can get those on Amazon. I sell them, so if you really want one you can get a hold of me. I've got a few of those, but all good. Pretty cheap too to run. It's one of my bottles I take with me for my alcohol stoves, just a spare one, or I take that, fill that up. Primus bottle, it's got a nice secure lid with a good seal on it. It's pretty good, that one. So yeah, make sure, as I say, make sure you always take stuff that you can cook on the fire, because I like cooking on the fire more than anything, so that's me. So cool, I will be doing another video in the near future of cooking utensils, pots and stuff like that, and what I eat with, and what other stuff I have in my gear hire to other people to use, and which is always pretty good stuff. I don't buy crap, so it's always quality stuff. So we've got another gas stove system here, which is the portable stove gas system, which is basically you'll use this for your car camping, tenting, campsite camping, roading camping, and it takes one of these. These are really good stoves, you know, cheap, do the job, gets the stuff done, cooks your feed for you. Cooked on one of these many times. I hire these out with my car camping kit. So yeah, that's another cool sort of stove. Those you can get them at you know, any kind of place. We have them here at the warehouse in New Zealand. We'll get them online anywhere. $20 I think you pay, maybe even cheaper. And the last but not least, I have a Thermette, which is I think was designed in New Zealand, to be honest, and that's part of it there. Now that is a Thermette. So this, you use a fire. So this one here, what we have is, we have a ring down here. Chuck that there. Chuck pine cones. Any kind of fuel in there. Pine cones are awesome. I find it's probably one of the best. So that sits up there like that. Have your fire in here. You fill water into that. It's like a cone shaped. So it's like a cone, and that's really thin at the bottom, and then you have your little chimney at the top. And so that is a Thermette. These are awesome. These are water boilers. These were used on the old roadsmen used to use these. The old railway line, put on the those, probably the old loggers used to use these, and also camping in the olden, like, you know, campers in the 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s. The old Thermette, mate, she was a beauty. And so yeah, that fits onto that. Also, we have this which fits onto the top of this Thermette here, and when the flame comes out of it, you put your pot on the top of it, so you can also cook with it. So this is, so not only can you boil your water, you can also boil your water and cook at the same time. So pretty cool idea. So a Thermette, awesome. Not many people know about these. They normally come in copper. This is a tin one. I do have another copper one. They're pretty expensive and they're awesome. But Thermette, mate, she'll never let you down. And that's so you use these, you know, roading, camping as well, car camping, campground, your little cabin in the woods somewhere, all that kind of stuff. Pretty lightweight to carry, but not light when they're full. So yeah, awesome little Thermette there. So see you around. Take it easy, guys. Get out there, eh? See ya.